I'm on a Circle Farms bicycle tour in the Fraser Valley, and the next stop is Limbert Mountain Farm. This small farm has been in the same family since 1902 and has its own restaurant featuring food grown on the farm. I sat down with Trudy Bouchard to find out more.
Well, Trudy, what kind of things do you grow here? I mean, I can see stuff everywhere, but what's your specialty?
Hundreds of different kinds of herbs.
Okay.
Garlic is a big deal. Pretty much self-sufficient as far as food goes.
Okay.
So we have a bistro that we are open on the weekends, and we grow pretty much everything we need for that, as vegetables, the herbs, raise our own Cornish game hens, our own turkeys.
Oh, fabulous.
Our chickens lay the eggs, our daughter raises our beef, and yeah, so we pretty much have everything we need to eat.
So you're kind of taking the 100-mile diet and scaling it down to what, half a mile?
I don't know, how far is it to those greenhouses maybe? I don't know.
I mean, I gather there's quite an educational component here to
Very much.
help people to be self-sustainable.
Yes, yes. We teach classes. We teach wild herb walks in the spring. We go up on the mountain trails, and I teach them about the different weeds that they can pick and which ones they can eat, which ones make a good tea. We do talk about the medicinal side, but mostly it's about eating them. But we also talk about organic gardening and why that's really important, and just gardening in general, growing something for yourself and knowing where your food comes from. I would really prefer turning people on to even just growing small amounts just to eat and enrich their diets and enrich their lives.
And the wonderful thing with herbs is you can grow them in very small areas. You don't need a massive garden to grow them, do you?
Yeah, pots and containers, anybody with a balcony, even a lot of people buy basil and just grow it on their windowsill if they've got a sunny window. You don't have to have outdoor gardening space.
All this wonderful fresh produce is making me hungry, so we're off to the farm restaurant, which looks like a barn from the outside. But inside, holy cow, look at this. We're in the barn, this is fabulous. Chef Claude Bouchard has the menu all planned out.
Today we're going to start with a plate of rustic Italian bread with rosemary and oregano, served with a garlic tarragon butter. We're going to do a Rossum salad, which is our signature salad on the farm. It's ever-changing.
Right.
It's got whatever we can grow, whatever is fresh. Today it's served with a fresh blackberry basil dressing. And then the main plate today is a pita stuffed with a falafel-style burger. It also has quinoa in the burger and hazelnuts.
I can't wait.
Let's get busy.
Okay.
We're going to start with the Rossum salad.
Okay.
There's kale, there's beet tops, there's about 4 types of lettuces that we grow here. Farmhouse natural cheeses.
Okay.
It's a producer in Agassiz. Yeah, this is their goat feta, an award winner for her cheeses, and I believe Barack Obama has sampled and the Queen has sampled this year. So these are heirloom variety tomatoes that are grown in our greenhouse.
And this is some of the famous Fraser Valley corn?
Agassiz has the best corn in the world. No, that's just a bit of a brag, but I truly believe it. Locally grown cucumbers, locally grown red peppers, as much as we can source from local, that's what we want.
And some blueberries.
I don't think you need to add anything more to that.
No, no.
That is a nutritious meal in itself.
That looks fantastic.
So just your standard whole wheat pita.
Okay.
I have a bit of a mayonnaise aioli, and it's with our basil pesto, vintage whole seed mustard. Just enough to enhance the flavor of the falafel burger, but not overwhelm it.
So what was that last one you put on there, Claude? That was...
This one is, it's one of my secrets.
Okay, okay.
No.
It's greenish. I'm gonna guess sage.
Garlic scape,
Okay.
dehydrated,
Right.
ground, that's all.
So rather than putting the corn on the plate and having a pat of butter,
We're gonna just drizzle
really
it
well
right
buttered.
here.
Look at that.
That is a nutritional yeast.
Okay.
I won't mention brand names, but it's got a very cheesy, nutty flavor.
Sea salt.
It's kosher.
Kosher.
I'm not sure if it's C. Now, a couple of these.
Just look at that. Oh. A little bit of tomato for
A little
some
bit
color.
of color.
I can't say it enough, but I just love the colors. I think the colors are just to die for these plates. Okay. That is a cob of buttery goodness. That is so sweet and tender and succulent. Now, I'm going to try this falafel here. Get that falafel. Excuse me, you guys can all go away now. I'm just going to carry on.
Farming is big business in the Fraser Valley. Although the fertile floodplain of the Fraser River makes up less than a third of BC's agricultural land, it generates more than half its total revenues, more than $1 billion a year. All of this activity creates a lot of animal waste. But behind Chris Bush's farm, something mysterious has appeared.
We have a bit of a surprise around the corner, I see.
Yes, a little bit of a different animal and a service to a lot of the other farms as well. This is called an anaerobic digester, where we process the residuals from 5 local farms.
Okay.
So it's about 130 tons of material a day.
When you say residuals and material,
Yes,
what are we really talking about?
The manure.
Manure,
from,
so poop, okay.
Yeah, from 1,000 dairy cows,
Right.
450,000 broiler chickens, and 80,000 layer chickens.
So over 500,000 animals' stuff ends up here.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and there's enough readily available feedstock in the Fraser Valley for about 15 facilities like this.
So you're taking waste from the food system and turning it into clean, effectively renewable energy. That's fantastic. That really is awesome.
And makes enough, from phase 1, we'll make enough natural gas for about 1,000 homes.
This sounds too good to be true. Won't people notice that they're heating their homes with cow manure?
Once it's gone through the process, it's chemically indistinguishable. There's no difference between natural gas and the product that we create. We have to achieve exactly the same standard as any fuel that is in the terracing grid.
Right.
So, how does it work?
Basically, we cook it. It's kept at 38 degrees. It's in the vessels for about 42 days.
Right.
And in the domes on top, we distill off methane,
Okay.
which the towers here clean to pipeline quality gas for injection in the local utility grid. Terracin has put a station at the front corner of our property, goes directly into the existing utility grid.
Plants like this are well established around the world, but this is the first in BC. Was it difficult to get it started?
Frankly, without Terracin, this project would never be. We're somewhere around 4.5 years into the project now.
Right.
And from the very beginning, with the feasibility studies, when we made our first contact, they made it very clear they wanted to support this initiative.
Right. And it makes, like we've said, it makes so much sense on so many levels.
It's the right thing to do at the right time, in the right place, for all of the right reasons. And all of the drivers are there for really a fantastic future.
Did you know biogas is a carbon-neutral renewable fuel? Once processed, biogas can be used the same way as natural gas in heating and cooking and as a transportation fuel. Learn more at terracingas.com.